Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. The governor speaks about the future of the territory, more broken promises from Public Works, and Pearl B. Larson takes it to the hoop. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, Governor John DeYoung spoke to members of the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce at the Palms earlier today. On the agenda, education and the economic future of the Virgin Islands. Let's take a look.
We're not unlike any other territory or the rest of our country by the challenges that we have had since 2008, which started in December 2007, or what we're experiencing today. We made a fundamental choice, and that choice was that we were going to borrow. We made the decision that we could not afford to have the massive layoffs that other places had because our folks didn't have anywhere to go. And in fact, more were coming home looking for opportunities. So we made a decision based on the strength of two agreements that we would borrow to achieve two objectives. One, to maintain services within our community and not close our schools, not close our healthcare facilities, and not cut back on our law enforcement. Second, to generate capital within the private sector so that employment could take place for a period of time until we believed the economy had an upswing, and at that point would be able to make the necessary adjustments. Most of what we thought would happen, happened. We did the borrowing, we reduced the deficit within those years, the construction activity took place, but quite frankly, the projects that we thought would take off have not taken off. The hotel projects have not started the way we thought they would. However, at the same time, while we all have concerns with respect to Hovensa's also made the decision to invest over $700 million in their refinery in St. Croix, which I think is a tremendous sign in their belief of here and the belief of our community. On the Marriott on St. Thomas, while they're closing for a period of time, it's a $45 million project that will position them better for the future. While all of this is taking place, we still have a government employees retirement system with an unfunded liability of $1.6 billion. We have unemployment insurance of $17.5 million that we owe to the federal government, like other states, because we had to have the need to cover individuals during their period of unemployment. We have a workman's compensation system that we fund on a regular basis, but has a deficit with respect to activities and with respect to providers in the community. And like other businesses, that you prepare your financial statements on an annual basis, we also have to recognize through a new rule all our costs, all our healthcare costs, all our annual leave costs, which will increase the amount of our deficit going forward because of the improvement that's necessary in municipal accounting.
And we'll hear more from the governor later on in the program tonight. And in other news, a car overturned earlier this morning in the Barren Spot area. Fortunately, no one was injured. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Early in the morning on a Monday morning, and as you can see here, we have a one-car accident in Barren Spot. And it looks like, from what witnesses say, he's pretty lucky because you see where the sidewalk sticks out at. Looks like maybe he got a flat or something, lost control, maybe tried to avoid another vehicle. And then look, so if that sidewalk wasn't sticking up there, possibly he could have caught this tree. But he's walking around and he's okay, so thankfully he's not hurt. He's a little upset because his car's on the side and he's got transmission oil leaking profusely, but more important, no one seriously hurt. 2 ambulances came on the scene about 5 minutes after the accident. We have a VIPD person in back there taking their tests right now. So it could have ended up a lot worse than it looks. Fortunately, no pedestrians. This is also near to the school here. So fortunately, it was after the kids went to school. As you see there, that's like Ricardo Richards around the corner from Flamboyant Gardens. And we always have a patrol officer here on duty to make sure the kids get back and forth safely. So again, Jerome, lucky. No one's hurting this. A single person, a single car on its side. It's amazing how some of these vehicles could just end up like toys, isn't it? But fortunately, he's not seriously hurt. With that, that's the information from Barren Spot early on a Monday morning. Here we go. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. Well, the residents of Estate Pleasant say Public Works has ignored their cries for help. It's all about the collapsed bridge that is causing a dangerous situation. News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. I believe we're in Estate Mount Pleasant.
Mount Estate Pleasant.
Estate Pleasant. And your name is?
Dorothy Strawn.
Dorothy. Dorothy called us a little while ago. She's not happy about her neighborhood, as you can see behind us, and she's also got some pictures that we'll be looking at as we talk. I guess the stimulus money and the Hurricane Tomas FEMA money, is it going to good use or not?
No, it's not.
Well, it looks horrible here. Tell us what's going on.
Well, this has been going on for many years, but FEMA allocated some money to do the bridge before it came to look like this, and nothing has been done. After the storm, I couldn't get over to my house. I had to walk on that little bridge you see there, that little right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was
That's
stuck.
dangerous.
I was stuck 3 days in my house without getting out.
Wait a minute, you had to tightrope the wall?
That wall,
Is that what you're telling me?
like a cat? Yes. Public Works came. They decided to do a temporary road. Look at the temporary road.
Horrible. Yeah,
And I've been calling to the governor, the commissioner, the administrator, the lieutenant governor, senators. I've been begging to have things done.
Well, so you went through all the recourse.
All the channels I have been to.
And
we had an incident this morning. A water truck came here, almost go over in the gut, almost take down the electric post. The man could have get killed. And the telephone wire, as you see in the back of us there, came down. I'm calling to get help. The assistant commissioner office said he would be here today.
Commissioner of
Public Works, Cintron. He haven't showed up to now. Haven't showed up. And I told him the road is not properly done. Nobody can, an ambulance cannot come over here, a fire truck cannot come over here. If you have a fire or an emergency, no one can get to you.
Again, it's for Department of Public Works. Why does this reporter have to stand out here, listen to these complaints before y'all get the ball rolling? You knew this was happening. These poor ladies have been calling you for days and weeks and months, and still you haven't done anything. Now when you would get embarrassed at 7 o'clock, then you'll change and you'll put it out there. I don't know why it takes that. And
they get money already also. They got money from
in Estate Pleasant, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And also tonight, the Virgin Islands Police Department went on saturated patrols over the weekend. The arrests included DUIs mostly and minor drug busts. News Channel 8's Wes Small always gives us a little something extra.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Saturated patrol netted some arrests over the weekend. Let's go to Melody Rain, spokesperson, and then pay particular attention to the last suspects she mentions. And I'll piggyback on that.
Saturated patrol officers made several arrests while patrolling St. Croix on Saturday night into Sunday, February 5th and 6th. The team made 6 arrests, including DUI and possession of controlled substances. The first arrest of the night happened minutes before 8 p.m. on Saturday. Police patrolling Estate Prophet stopped a vehicle for a traffic infraction and saw marijuana in plain sight in the vehicle. Police checked the 2 occupants and found that they had drugs in their possession. Arrested was Carlos Crispin, age 26, and Felipe Casanova Jr., age 31, both of Estate Prophet. They were charged with possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Both suspects were placed on a $1,000 bail each and remanded to the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility. At about 8:30 p.m., Delroy A. Bates was also arrested for possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute when police found him in possession of the drugs on Queen Street in Christiansted. His bail was set at $10,000 and he was remanded to custody. And Egbert Henry was arrested at about 10 p.m. He was driving without headlights and found with marijuana and cocaine in his vehicle. The 58-year-old suspect was charged with possession of a controlled substance and his bail was set at $10,000 and he was remanded. And about 10:30 p.m., police arrested 45-year-old Marcelo Ramos Jr., also known as MASH, and charged him with driving under the influence of alcohol. Ramos was also driving without headlights in the Estate Richmond area when he was stopped by police. He failed the field sobriety test, was placed on a $1,000 bail, and remanded to jail. And finally, Cletus Promise, age 35, was arrested at about 2:30 a.m. on Sunday and also charged with DUI. Police encountered Promise on the Benny Benjamin Drive. His vehicle was stopped on the side of the road, and when police stopped to inquire if he was okay, Promise staggered to his car and began to drive. The vehicle was stopped, and Promise was given a field sobriety test, which he failed. He was taken to the police station and administered a breathalyzer, which indicated he was more than 3 times above the legal alcohol limit. His bail was set at $1,000, and he was remanded to the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility.
Well, the story on that guy, when they rolled up on him at 2:30 in the morning, he was peeing like out of his back door, and he was like, hey, shut those lights off. Then he went to the front and he started peeing again. Now, he would have been okay because they didn't get him for a decent exposure, but when he started up that vehicle, they hit him with the lights again, and then he failed those sobriety tests. So when you pull over and do your thing on the road, you might want to think twice. But seriously now, we are living among murderers, right? We still have 2 homicide victims I want to talk about. Jamal Richardson, that 16-year-old boy that was found in that abandoned church, and then Jamali Alec, who was brutally machine gunned down just last week. All right, folks, remember, every day we interact with these killers. Yes, we eat, we sleep, we make love with them, we interact with them on a daily basis with cold-hearted killers, and they pick us off like chicken hawks on a poultry farm. Please call 1-800-222-TIPS or call 911. Get these killers off the streets. With that, be well, be safe. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And Melody Rames of the Virgin Islands Police Department also wanted to inform us that we were unable to obtain any photographs of the suspects due to many of the officers involved in these cases were in court that day. We'll try to bring you photographs tomorrow. When we come back from this break, your Caribbean Report is next. Stay with us.